Hi everyone, so let's quickly design your brand logo. So if you have no idea of what you want your brand logo to look like, Canva is the best tool to use because you can use other people's templates to decide what you want. So how do you do that? Come over to Canva. If you already have a familiarity with Canva, just come to your left hand side, find templates. Can you see my cursor? Template. So click on template, and then once you click on that, it's going to give you this screen. You can either type here logo, or you can just look at the template where it says explore template, right? You see logo up there. You can choose that. If your eyes are not quick enough to catch it, that's okay. Like I said, just type here logo, and see it's going to come out. Food logo, different logos. You can just click on the first one, which is logo design, and it's going to bring you here to so many templates that you can choose from. And so when you're looking at the templates, you probably may now have an idea of what exactly you want your brand logo to look like. Always start with templates. It just gives you, a kind of imagination of what you want. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to choose the first one. So I'm going to click on the first one because I think I kind of like it. But now when you click on the first one, Canva is so smart. It will give you more options. So you can scroll down, see if there is any other option that you like. And then you end up not even taking the first one that you thought you liked because you've seen something else that you like. And that is happening to me right now. I think I would go for probably this or maybe this. Okay, let's just stay with the first one. Let's not get confused. Okay, so I don't like anyone. Let's come back to the first one that we choose. So just click on customize these templates. Okay, and then it's going to open up a new tab. So the first thing you need to do is name your logo, your design generally. And before you start creating on Canva, always name your design. So I'm just going to come up here. You can see on my top right, and I will double click, or I would press Ctrl A to highlight everything. And then I will write my brand name, Build with Maria. And I would say Build with Maria logo. So your brand name, and then maybe you just put logo at the end just to remember. So now let's get to designing. So the first thing, if I don't like the color, right, just click on it, click on the entire design. Once you click on it, it's going to show icons on top. Now you can take your mouse and just check it one by one to know what it is. We are looking for color. We want to change the background color. So that's the third one. So you click on it. It's going to open up lots of colors on your left hand side. I want to make it white. So I'll just click on white. See, it has changed it. Now what else do I want to change? My brand name is Build with Maria. So that is BWM, for example. So I'm going to change this to BWM. So I'll just double click and say B. If I want it in caps, I'll say BWM. Now it's too big, so I want to make it stay inside the circle. So I'll just click on what I just wrote on the design, and then you see that there's some icons, like there's some little pointers on my design. So anytime you are designing something on Canva and you want to specifically design an element, just put your cursor on it. It will give you pointers around it, so you can now put your cursor on those pointers. So look at my mouse. I'm going to move it to this cursor so that I can drag it in a way that it's in one line. Then I'll go to another pointer there just to reduce the size. Can you see? So we've done that. You can just use your mouse to carry it around, position it well, and that's it. Okay, so I like the position the way it is. Now I want to change the words here. So like I said, just always click on the design that you want to edit, and then you see pointers. You see that it's highlighting on the design you want to work on. So for these are words that I want to change. So I'll just double click inside. It will now allow me write. So I want to write my brand name, Build. Just double click and type Build with Maria. So see, it's going to change. Now this one has moved if you don't understand what just happened, just like now, what happened right now, and you're like, what just happened to my design? Don't panic. Just look at your top right, your top left, and then you see this undo. Just undo. Clicking undo, so that you can now, like, okay, it's back to the way it was. So you see that it's back. Now you can continue. So we're going to rewrite what we just our brand name back. Build with Maria. And then we'll press enter, or we just come out of the design. So you see that line is no longer there. So anytime something is happening, you're not clear, just undo. So now we just arrange it well, drag it well, and then, position it well. How do you want it? Me, I want it like this. So you just do it. Then I can highlight all the designs together. How did I do that? I'll just use my cursor to highlight it by dragging. So if you do that, it will now ask you, do you want to group? What this means is that, do you want to group all the designs together? So if I group all the designs together, it allows me move all my designs in one place. So I'm just going to do that and position it in the middle here, and that's it. My logo, very simple, is done. And if I don't want, if I don't want this circle, if I don't want anything, just click on it again, click on ungroup, and then you can now delete, and then you go to element on your left hand side. You can now search for your own. Maybe let's search for circle. See, it's bringing out different types of circles. So just click on see all, so you can have different options, and it's going to bring it over here. Let's see. Okay, it's bringing it over here. So maybe this works for me, and then I can now bring my Build with Maria this way, and then maybe reduce it a bit so it fits into the circle. So see, I like this. So you can always play around, come to elements, look for what. If you don't like the words, if you don't like how the words are, you want to write your own unique words, still come to elements, search for, mine is BWM, I'm going to search for B first. Let's see how bees look like, and then I will now take, what I like. So it's different types of bees. So scroll down to see there are lots of bees. Which one do you like? So keep scrolling down. Okay, so let's say I like this one, right? Now, because I don't want to disrupt this design that I've created, I'll just duplicate it. So how do you duplicate this particular design? Look on top, you will see 3 icons there. One says duplicate, so duplicate it so that you still keep that main design there. You can now come back here to the second page to change anything. So I don't like this, so I want to delete it and put the B, and then I put it there. Now the words, change the color. You remember how I told you, just click on the design, look on top, you will see different icons. So just hover around and find what you're looking for. So I'm looking for text color, so I want to change that to white so that it can be more bold. So I've changed it to white. Now see, very simple design. Like if you want to change the background, you can also do that. Click on the background, click on color, it's going to open. You can now pick a color that you want. You keep playing around until you see what you like. So this is just a simple logo. You can always use different templates, like I said, and just play around and replace it with your brand name. I hope this was helpful.